down in Durban, also a key focus for this weekend and around the country. For those over 60 years and above, those vaccinations are set to begin on Monday if you have registered for it. However, with scores of health workers still waiting to get their jabs, there are calls to postpone this next phase, phase 2, for a few days. Those calls being made for some time now, haven't they, Desintathia? You're at one of the main vaccination centres in Durban. Of course, many regular citizens, I'm talking about non-healthcare workers, want to get their elderly parents, their loved ones over 60 vaccinated. At the same time, we all understand, I'm sure, that there are healthcare workers doing this job every day, and they haven't gotten a jab yet either.
And that's exactly the problem. You spoke about those calls for this period to be extended. That's one of the things that Denosa had said to us when we were talking to them here at the St. Augustine's Hospital about this issue, in fact, yesterday. They were saying that the healthcare workers should be seen to first, even if this now falls into next week or the week after, before those over 60s are attended to. But the good news that I have for you now, Gareth, is that this picture is very different to what we saw yesterday. There was absolute chaos and confusion on this road previously, but now it seems like things are a lot more orderly. So just off to my right here, you'll see that there's been a barricade that's been set up. There are police stationed there. And further down the road as well, there's another barricade on the other side, ensuring that there's a much more smoother process for those healthcare workers that are trying to get their vaccinations here at the St. Augustine's Hospital. Now, one of the problems that arose yesterday was that there were messages that were circulating saying that this hospital would be accepting walk-ins, but that's not actually the case, because in fact it's only those that have vouchers that would be able to be vaccinated here. And fortunately, it seems by the looks of the numbers that we are seeing today that that message has now been corrected, and those that are in this queue, from what we could establish, are those that have made appointments and those that in fact have their vouchers and are now queuing up. You'll see that there's a gate just in front of this line now, and that's where they will head inside and be able to be vaccinated. Many of the people here arriving quite early to make sure that they do get inside, some of them coming through as early as 7 o'clock this morning.
And do we have any sense from the hospital itself, Des, and I spoke to the health minister earlier about the concern come Monday if the call to not delay over 60-year-olds getting the vaccination. The issue outside hospitals, the queuing that you've been reporting on this whole week, older people standing in a queue who might need support from family members, and the health minister suggesting he's calling for patience, of course, but better management at the health facilities itself. Any sense as to what that might look like from a management perspective at the facility this coming Monday?
Well, I guess the good news there is that, fortunately, when that phase does start, there will be more vaccination sites in which those over 60s will be able to be vaccinated. In some cases, as I understand it, they will be doing it at old age homes as well. Here, I think part of the problem arose from the fact that you had this influx of people that had to come to this particular site to get their vaccinations. Now, while the facility here has not commented broadly on phase 2, they did say that in talking about what happened here yesterday, they said that while they can control what goes on inside the hospital and at the vaccination site, they even sent me a picture to show me that there is social distancing and all of the protocols that are being observed there. One of the difficulties that arises from the numbers outside, and that's the people that are lining up outside. So,
all right, Desin, I'm going to interrupt you for a moment. Desin Tathia, forgive me, I'm going to interrupt you for a moment.